All right. Got an intro song and everything. All right. So today I am reading The Wall. I'll go through my last month's 2 vines, where I put them in, and kind of read ahead. And I will show a little bit more of the process too. I'm going to try to streamline these more each time, but I wanted to go over where we are. There's some good news, which is rare. So I'm thrilled about the kind of the good news of what you're about to see, but it is unfortunately surrounded by some scary stuff. But let's get into it, and we'll just jump over here, and you will see. This is, I can go over this just really quick. This is chapter 3 and 4. Those are the pieces that make it up. And, and then this will just show you where, we don't want to turn that off. This is chapter 3 itself. And then if we go into, if we scoot this over, that's chapter 4. Which that starts in 2024. So we're okay with that right now. Let's look at where we are in real time. So real time, we are just right here. And let me turn that chapter 4, cover that again. So you'll see we're a little bit more than halfway through chapter 3, and this does include the 4 pieces that I'm working on currently. So this is what you'll see. I'm actually working on this one, this one, this one, and this one, which I'm kind of far ahead just in the past couple days. So this will turn into some serious meaning right here. I don't know exactly where it wants to take us. It's right after. Let me turn that off. Okay, so it's after the whole Bitcoin prediction, the collapse of the collapse. Let's call it the winter. Let's call it the crypto winter. And maybe that's what this whole thing. If you don't recall, months ago, I was a little concerned about this explosion right here, and I was also a little happy about the sunflower. But as we all know, the sunflower turned into the actually piece destroyed. This was the shooting at the elementary school that month. So it's all embedded in this the climate crisis, the crypto crash, which also the stock market crash, and carbon credits being a bunch of BS, and a lot of heat coming over here. So after this big explosion right here, I was hoping it wasn't nuclear war or the threat of it. It's still kind of a culmination of everything, so we still need to keep an eye on all that. I'm not sure what this is going to tell us, but this will be done this month, so we will know what is going on right here. The kind of the good news here for blockchain, we're starting to get some building back up here. So we'll see what happens here, because coming up, I'm actually working, if I can turn this back off, or back on, turn off that the future. This is what I'm working on. So there is some blockchain in here. So there'll be some big news this month. Actually, this is going into this month and next month. So this is I work on 2 per month. Kind of, I'll have 4 of them open separately. So none of them are ever touching, and I don't work on them together. I work on them separately. So this is going into what is it? What's today? Or it's August, September. So this is August, September. This is more closer to September. So there's some good crypto news. It's probably going to be Ethereum. the announcement of Ethereum, the transfer over. However, it's not a lot of building here. Where the big building is right here. Let me turn this back off, and then as you see, there is a lot of building. It's not very structured, so as I'm drawing it during the time where I should be drawing it, probably in a few months, we'll see what it does. But it looks like it does look like it's going back down, but not really, because it comes back up here, and it's going into the light blue, which if you checked out last month, I just finished this piece. This was the this is called Osmosis. It's basically comes from where we're getting into the metaverse, Web3, escaping into it, and this at the very top of this piece, which is the separate one, is going into it. So this is Osmosis. It's going through, kind of underneath, in between the pink, which is the AI, global brain influence, and then the green, which is the environment, which is basically getting darkened. If you look at it, pull out, we're kind of going past the environment. I think we're going to get more into, we've gone from denial to now practical ways that we could reverse our impact on the climate, but it's just another way of denial, because there's so much that there's so much time we've lost, and even these renewable energy efforts are not really going to do anything, unfortunately. So I don't know if this is where we're finally like, screw it, let's just get into the metaverse and allow AI to control everything we do, change who we are, and that gets us into, all the way through here. And remember this, so this starts chapter 4, so this takes us to 2024. Oops, right here. And I've noticed through the chapters, it's not like it's not changing right at chapter 4, because chapter 4 is the rebuild. Chapter 3 that we're on right now is the revolution, and as we know, the revolution really started when the pandemic hit, this whole new process, and that kind of started back over in chapter 2, which is on the other side of this chapter. So it kind of, it doesn't lag, but right in the middle is where it seems like the apex of each one of these are occurring, each one of these chapters. So the rebuild is, it's good and it's bad. It's crazy how separate it is and what we see is happening. So if you look up right here where we are, this is chapter 3. This talks about the inflation that I predicted that was coming. Not easy or not hard to predict. And where we are now is this inflationary period is going into this brain, which is surrounded by the pink, the global brain, and it's almost like the blue is getting drowned, which isn't good. That means kind of like democracy is getting drowned. Red represents danger from political danger, mostly the far right fanatics and fascism and all the stuff that comes along with it. But it also refers to obviously the climate and the threats that come with that. So red, not good. A lot of red coming from the right. If you've been following, to the right of this one is actually chapter 1. So this whole piece, this is chapter 4. There's 4 chapters on the wall. This piece right here is connected to chapter 1. So it basically connects it finishes the loop. And then we go up to chapter 5 on the top of these two. So what is going into the top, chapter 5 is top and bottom. Going into the top, here's the good news. So we've got a lot of the red dissipating up here. This is going to, remember, this is going to be way in the future. Not too far. It's going to start in 2024. But in the meantime, if you notice, the red is seeping down into this wave, this new wave of technology, the light blue. If you go back and look at chapter 2, you'll see that big blue, more of the gray blue wave, this down here, which is coming back, going to chapter 5 at the bottom. So chapter 5 at the bottom continues on, and then chapter 5 from the top continues on to the top, and they all connect together from the cube. So both chapters, both scenarios of chapters of the chapter 5 shows two different scenarios of where we're headed based on our actions right now. The cool thing is we've got a lot of the technology, the new technology, blending in with the purple. Oops. Purple's good. Purple represents enlightenment, not just intelligence, but wisdom and learning from our mistakes. So that is a good thing. It's growing this new color too, which is cool. I've been wanting a new color. I usually do it at one or two new colors every chapter. We're only up to like 20 colors, and this looks like the egg yolk is not broken, and there's some really cool technology growing out of it. So I'm thinking we are going to come up with something really big here. It is going to really add some wisdom, I guess, to the mix. So it's I think this movement of acceptance of where we're headed, where the climate is, and all that comes out right here. And then we've got new growth of green that will be going up into chapter 5 up there. So that's a good thing. And it's kind of wild. It's on this side of it flowing down. So it'll be flowing down or flowing up. Depends how you look at it, because it is a 100% 360 degree infinity cube. So it will be able to show us kind of what we could have done, but also remind us what we still can do. Speaking of reminding us what is going to happen, I don't know if you see the big white area right here. That is definitely going to be a skull. I mean, without a doubt, which obviously could mean death, right? Massive death, extinction. I don't know if that's going to happen then, going to happen to humans, showing us how much is damage we've already done. It's still obviously a mystery. This is 2024 to 2027, this whole block area. But it does show a massive resurgence of the climate catastrophe knocking on our doorstep. And then that's going up, right? So we've got the skull in the middle, the red on one side, and the blue and purple on the other. So we're still going to hang in there. So we'll see what happens here. The wave of technology, this one's a lot more turbulent, and we're literally going right into the. Let me show you again. We're heading right towards that more turbulent. Believe it or not, we're getting out of the pandemic turbulence and into, well, kind of the mixture. You got the pandemic, you've got the other diseases that'll pop up. That's looking like that's happened over here. Although it's showing right this right here called the messengers, or just messengers actually is what it's called. This really showed how we're able to create the vaccines on a faster rate, but we're also having to deal with new variants, that kind of thing. When we come, I've gone past this. This is the crypto winter that we're in, that I predicted and sold off my coins right beforehand. I'm thinking of getting back into it right now. I've got some still around, but I basically sold 90% of all my coins, which is good. I can, I'm kind of just buying low now and trading a little as the days go, just as the sentiment of the stuff that's happening in the world, how that's going. This represents this one's called Twisted Sister. Now I'll show you right here. This is kind of how it works. So this is where I kind of drew it in here on Photoshop. In fact, that's even a newer version. And then I bring it in to Procreate and completely and work on it from there. So as the month was going, this started revealing what it was really about. So as you see, that's what got drawn during that month 2 months ago. It wasn't last month. And it was Roe versus Wade. It was the Supreme Court basically taking away women's rights as a first step into what they're going to do their best to try to control us and turn us into basically a theocratical fascist country, and all the other countries are following suit. It's not looking great for politics and society, but you know, we're going to keep pushing forward. We've got some really strong stuff happening here. So coming from this right here, I'm not sure what the anger is from here, but you do have two different sides. You got the black and brown avatars and the brown and black avatars. Doesn't really mean racial thing. It means separation. There's many black, white, green even avatars out here. So it is representing. There's some blue ones too, and they're actually in the influence of Web3 and all that. So it looks like they're cheering, and we've got some birds, and we've got some blocks. So we'll see how that all works out. But in the brown right here, it's not looking great, and it looks like there's some really strong turbulence ahead. And I see a snake head coming from this. Coming out of all this, so that's not a good sign either. But you know, I figure there's plenty of snakes in the grass in the in politics, so we'll see what happens with that. The green, our nice green vine. This also, it's good because it looks like it's dissipating throughout underneath the ground and expanding, but it's also not as strong. It's not as thick, and it kind of goes away from there. So it's hopefully, reading it back, it'll show that it's come twisted back around, coming up through here, and then going into up here. If you remember, if you're following along, that this is the big part of the global brain right here, and it talks about the what do you call it? Our own little bubbles that we're in, and the conspiracy theories that have come out of it. And that's really what the influence of all these politics. And you've got this guy right here, the conspiracy, and people trying to get away from the world and into VR and the metaverse, just psychedelics. So basically escapism. So a lot of escapism. We've got the AR. I call this like the AR membrane. So this past month, two of these last month talked about how AR is infiltrating all that we do. If you look at those, you'll see about these new AI platforms like Tilley, and that actually allows you to basically create any piece of art from just typing in a phrase. So it's cool with curiosity and creativity, but it's almost turning everyone into an artist. And I thought, hey, that's cool because it allows people. You don't have to be an artist to be able to create something that's in your head and show it out. But at the same time, it's just this influx already of just artwork after artwork after artwork, and it's just I think it's just going to muddy the waters and also take the respect from real artists and put it in the hands of AI. And that's just talking about art. That's music, which is art too, but not the visual art, but music's doing it. It's doing that to music. You can have AI write you a song. There's Quill AI that actually, if I put in the description, it turns even a fifth grader into a novelist. So AI is permeating through everything, and that's where we are right now. So those just came out. Infiltration and osmosis. This is basically us accepting our fate and getting into it. So it's a mess right here. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. Like I said, I'm working on this piece right here over the next 2 months. So this will come out in September. At the end of September, we'll see what that one's talking about. Inflation is definitely what I'm working on right now. So hopefully this piece right here, it's inflation and the AI system and a lot of political turmoil down here. So very interesting times, unfortunately. And you think we're used to it by now. I think it's just going to get crazier. I don't see anything in what I'm working on with China. Last I had from China was right here, the poisonous frogs, and then last from the war was down here. Really was with the sunflower, thinking the peace part. So I think it's going to go on for a lot longer. And then this one is going to be a sunflower getting ripped from the ground by a bird, which the birds represents freedom. So I don't know what that's going to tell us, but I'll be interested to read that and share with everybody what that means. I think I could do some drawing. So during these, I can do what I usually do, and which is drawing on adding to what I see in the future. So I don't work on the pieces that I'm working on here. I'll bring them in and see how they fit, and see if they're saying the right thing. But usually, like this one. So the one I'm working on right now, this is how it came in to Procreate. I kind of had this vision of what's going on over here, and then I start work on it in like high detail. In fact, I zoom all the way in so I can see. So this still isn't pretty yet because I'm working on it, but it'll be it'll go from that to more to like this crisp, clean, perfect. And I do it that way by zooming all the way in. I have no central vision, so I have to zoom in really, really far on my iPad and here to work on everything. So and this is reduced down. I reduced every piece that I'm working on. So like this piece right here, this is on this it's 16 by 20. But in the real scale, what my actual canvas is 48 by 60. So that's 5 feet by 4 feet. And that's what makes up each wall, each section. This is 2 of them, so they're all squares. And that's how you get the 40 feet. Each one is 40 feet tall. So even when it's when it's printed out, I mean, you're looking at this size in real life, and it's really cool. It's not pixelated like this. So remember, I had to, like I said, I have to scale it down. Otherwise, this file would be my computer wouldn't even open it. It already has a hard time. So that is that's my quick reading for today. Actually, I will go ahead and I'm going to end this one here because I am still testing out my streaming. I hope this is streaming well, and yeah, if so next time, if you see up in the corner here, it says live chat rallyearth.com. When I do these, you can actually come into here and we can chat. I'm unable to read my chat, my chats, I guess, visually because of my eyes. So I figured I'd just open this up, and if you jump in, we'll be able to talk. Now, other people will be able to hear you on the stream, so some people might not want to do that, but I'll come in here and I can share this screen. Oops, I don't want to do that. I can share the screen as well. It's going to look crazy on there because it's going to keep repeating. Whoop. But we'll have the big screen up, and you can come in here and talk. You can come hang out with my... these are the warlords. And Jan's on the phone right now. She's always on the phone. She's just always on that phone. But, so yeah, you can come all in here. And otherwise, you can just watch it streaming live. And if you do have comments and things like that, I will be able to read them afterwards, just not while I'm on here. And yeah, any questions you have about what you see, there's a lot going on here too. And yeah, if you've got questions on how it works or a specific trend that I might be seeing, anything like that, just let me know in the comments, and please follow along or sign up, subscribe. It'll let you know when I start one of these live streams, and hopefully we can get ourselves to a better place so we can deal with some of these crises we have coming, or that we have here actually. So all right, I will let me sign off by saying thank you. I enjoy sharing this. I know I don't do it often because I'm literally zoned out when I'm working on it, so I'm trying to do both at the same time, being able to create like I want, but also share at the same time. And you know, being a one-man band is tough, but I will continue on, and this will be completed. Just as a refresher, this will be completed on January 1st, 2030. The 2 pieces each month are created. They add to the wall. They tell us the story. Each piece is actually a message of what's happening based on current events during that month. And then it all comes together at the end on the final exam. That's chapter 5 with the 2 pieces, front and top and bottom. And if we, it's almost like a fork in the road. So are we going this way or are we going that way? And that will be the most interesting one, because I'll be working on one on top and then one on bottom at the same time, rather than 2 on the same square. And that will start in 2027. So don't hold your breath. Just keep watching, and I'll just keep doing this. And it will be a world record. It'll actually, in 2024. I did the numbers. It'll be a world record for the largest illustration or drawing done by an individual, and that'll be. It'll only take me 11 years to get there. Come on, guys. So right now it's 9 years in as of last Friday, and I'm still kicking. And whew, it's exciting. I really do like it. I appreciate everyone's support, and I'll keep moving on. And please comment, join, help. I just need your energy. I mean, that if that's all the support you can give me, awesome. Give me some good energy, and pass along the work to everybody else that you think would be interested. All right, guys. Thanks again. I'll talk to you later.